You have breaking news, as Dave's been pointing out. Suspect in a shootout along the Montgomery County Highway now in the hospital. We're getting information on this moment by moment. The sheriff is telling us now the suspect hit the back of the victim's car around 1:30 this morning along State Highway 13. The suspect then fired shots at the victim's car. The victim returned fire. That suspect life-flighted to Vanderbilt. The victim was not seriously hurt. Highway 13, though, will be shut down from Highway 149 to Dean Road until the investigation is complete. We'll keep you updated on that breaking news.
And right now, a man is fighting to survive after being hit by a car on a busy road late last night. Our Cuthbert Langley at Vanderbilt Medical Center, where the victim is being treated this morning. Cuthbert, what's the update on his condition?
Good morning, Amy. Unfortunately, it's not looking good for this victim. Police say he has life-threatening injuries and is in critical condition here at Vanderbilt Medical Center. This after the crash that happened around 11 o'clock last night. Let's take a look at the scene. This is on Murfreesboro Pike, just south of Briley Parkway, kind of in the South Nashville area near the airport. Police say a driver was just going down the road when all of a sudden he hit this man. It's a homeless man who appears to have been intoxicated on the scene. You see the old model Ford Explorer there with the cracked windshield. Police say emergency officials arrived on scene and immediately transported the victim because they realized his injuries were just that severe. But right now the driver is not facing any charges in all of this. Police say they are still working to investigate. As a matter of fact, crews were on scene for much of the early morning hours, continuing to piece together what happened. We do know, though, again, the driver not expected to face any charges. It doesn't appear that the man who was hit, the victim, was in a crosswalk, so that too is obviously playing a part of the reason why no charges are expected to be filed. Of course, we're here at the hospital getting updates every 30 minutes or so, and as soon as we hear more about the victim's condition, we'll update you here on News Channel 5 this morning. For now, though, we're live at Vanderbilt Medical Center. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thank you. New this morning, a driver had to be rescued after their car went up a pole, literally. So take a look at this video. It happened on 12th Avenue South and Division Street around 2 this morning. Nashville Fire and Rescue had to stabilize the car to get the driver out. They say the woman was unconscious the entire time her car was in the air. She was taken to an area hospital. Also new for you this morning, a driver is facing charges after a bad crash along a busy interstate. Troopers say James Williams was traveling on I-40 late last night near Baxter when he drifted into the emergency lane and nearly hit a car that was pulled over there. We're told Williams swerved to avoid the parked car and slammed into another vehicle in the left lane. 3 people were injured. 2 were airlifted to Vanderbilt. No word yet on their conditions. Williams is facing multiple charges.
We now know the names of those 5 people who were on board that small plane that crashed in Franklin County over the weekend. Investigators say Clint Payne was the pilot. He was flying the Mooney 21 when it went down near the Winchester Airport Saturday. The passengers, Michael Lombard, Desiree Thomas, and also Adam and Elizabeth Miller. They were all on board. You count them up, that's 5. Problem is, the Mooney 21 aircraft is only supposed to hold 4 people. They think it was overloaded, and that's what the investigators are looking at. In fact, there was a picture on Facebook showing one of the passengers in the luggage compartment. A fugitive from Tennessee waking up behind bars this morning, a long way from home. Anthony Cuevas was arrested over the weekend up in New York. There's this picture. He's accused of a violent carjacking in Chattanooga earlier this month. He then led law enforcement officers on several chases in the mid-state before he disappeared. No word when he's coming back to Tennessee.
And 4 suspects are behind bars this morning after an armed robbery in Hendersonville last week. However, 1 suspect is still on the loose, and investigators are hoping you can help catch him. So take a look at this photo. Police are looking for this man, Dequan Brown. Investigators say he's from Memphis and possibly a student at TSU. Authorities say he and the 4 other men broke into a home on Donna Drive, stole a teen's shoes and cell phones, then fired shots into the air. If you know where Dequan might be, call Hendersonville Police.
After weeks of bomb threats and evacuations, county officials in Williamson County cracking down on the people making those threats against the school system. The Williamson County Sheriff's Department arrested a Summit High School student yesterday for sending out a threatening tweet. 18-year-old Benjamin Mobley is charged with false report of a fire, bomb, or emergency, which is a felony. Mobley's out on bond this morning. 6 students have been arrested in connection with the threats at 4 different schools across the county in the last 2 weeks. If found guilty, those students will face a minimum 1-year expulsion from the school.
Happening right now, the search for a missing girl who may be in danger is ongoing. Olivia Freas is from Bowling Green and was reported missing this morning from the 1700 block of Great House Road. The 16-year-old was last seen wearing a black hoodie-style sweatshirt and black combat boots. If you have any information about Olivia, you're urged to call the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Authorities say they have information that she could be in danger. And in Hendersonville, the police department is looking for this 16-year-old believed to be a danger to herself. This is a photo of Hope Danielle Hubbard. Although her hair is now red in the front and black in the back, call Hendersonville police if you've seen her.
A small-town police chief is now at the center of a TBI investigation. Agents are looking into claims that Woodbury Chief Kevin Mooneyham, pictured right there, mishandled grant money coming from the governor's highway safety office. He's on administrative leave without pay until the investigation is over. And a Murfreesboro middle school teacher is off the job facing a criminal investigation. Brandon LaDuc is a health teacher and volleyball coach at Siegel Middle School. Detectives are not telling us what exactly he's being investigated for, but he's been suspended without pay.